Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So if you are not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the post notification bell button, and like this video. So now that we got that out of the way, today's video is about how to do acrylic nails for beginners. So I did bring out my little handy hand here, my little nail trainer hand that I've had for a while. I've had it since I graduated from nail school. So I do have these little, I guess, little fake tips that are for the nails. So I'm gonna actually show you guys how to put it on. So I'll do one, and I already have two that is ready and prepped actually. This is what they're gonna look like when they're placed on there, but there's actually already primer on there, so I'm not gonna put them near right now. So right now I'm just gonna show you like what you're gonna do when your client comes in and what exactly are the steps, you know, so that we can get the end result of a basically a full set acrylic nail. So say your client comes in, Susan comes in, and you say, "Hi Susan, how are you?" Susan's gonna say, "Hi, I'm good." And you're gonna say, "What are you gonna get today?" And Susan's gonna say, "Oh, I would like a full set." So a full set is basically a full set of acrylic nails, basically fake tips, fake nails. So that's what they're gonna say, as much as it's very like, you know, kind of like people really don't know the terms, but you know, that's why we also have to kind of educate the clients so that they know what they're getting and what they're asking for. So Susan's gonna say, "I just want, you know, full set, one color gel, whatever," because you know we're learning basic today. So she's gonna sit down. Susan sat down. You're gonna look at her nails, and you're gonna say, "Okay, let's get started, Susan." So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take some nail clippers, and the first thing you want to do, so this is step one, is remove the excess nail. So we start clipping from side to one side, and then we can take our file. I use 100 180 grit files, and we are going to basically even out that nail, because you know when you do, oh, it came off, because you know how that when you clip nails, they aren't even anymore. So we are just even them out. And if you don't have a drill, you can use the file to remove the shine off the nail. So that is the actual next step. So after clipping and filing the nails, the natural nail, you're going to remove the shine. So what you can do is you can even take your file if you don't have a drill and start removing it, or you're gonna take your drill with a fine sanding band. This is actually a middle sanding band because I ran out of my fine, but they are on their way from Coupa. Anyway though, this is just the medium sanding band, and you're gonna use one per client. As soon as you're done with that client, you're gonna leave it so that your next client can see that you're removing it, and you put a new one. So anyway, so say this is a new one. We can literally see that it's not doing anything bad to my finger. It doesn't hurt at all. It stops if you really wanted to. So you don't want it too fast. And don't go like this. You're gonna burn their hand. Go like this and pick it up. Down and up. Why? Because if you just leave it in one position, you will burn their hand. You want to go around their cuticle, remove anything that's around there that's dead, and that's it. You don't want to do too much. If you did miss any spots and there's still shine, don't fear. Grab your buffer and just take off whatever shine was left, so that way you're not over being abrasive with the nails. So now what you want to do is you want to take something to remove the dust. And you can go ahead and add your tips. So the tips that I'm gonna be using, let me see. I'm gonna be using Eden tips today. I don't really use them that much, to be honest, because I love using clear, just in case my clients want some clear nails, any encapsulated nails or anything like that. But I feel like a lot of beginners would have these Eden tips. They look like this. I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like when you start, you always use these. So we are gonna add these tips. So I am going to see which one I think fits, and I think this one would probably be a perfect fit. If it is not a perfect fit, you can do a different tip, or if it's pretty close, then you can always just take this file and remove any excess that you think doesn't need to be there. So I think this is a perfect fit. So we're just gonna go ahead and glue this one on. So I feel like every nail tech, this is their favorite glue. What we're gonna do with this glue, we are gonna either add it into the little well of the tip, or you can add it to the actual natural nail, which is what I actually love to do. And you're gonna apply it, make sure it's straight, make sure you're looking at the nail straight. And then you're gonna press down and wait 5 seconds. With this glue, you really don't have to wait that much. And it's done. Close up your glue. So now that you apply the tip, you wanna ask them, hey, what would you like lengthwise? How long would you like your nails? They're just gonna say, you can cut right here, and then you're gonna say, okay, so you're gonna cut right there. And by the way, my tip cutter, I'm not using it, I'm using nail clippers. Why? Because I broke my tip cutter, which I'm so sad, you guys, because I've had it since I graduated nail school. That was my tip cutter from nail school, but it's okay. A lot of nail techs actually use this even if they have a tip cutter. Why? Because I don't know why they like to use this. I personally like the tip cutter, but you could also do this. So say she said, okay, cut it right there. So you're just gonna go from one side to cut this side, and then one side here, and then you can remove the tip. So now that you cut the nail, you can ask them what shape would you like. So you guys, I'm just gonna show you the standard coffin, because obviously right now the standard shape is coffin more so than the back in the day square. So let's do a standard shape, which is coffin. So say she's like, okay, today I want coffin, and you're gonna say, okay. So the first thing you wanna do is straighten out the nail here at the bottom, at the free edge. This is what's called the free edge. And what I like to do is take a straight edge clipper, so it's straight like that, and you're going to just remove a little piece at the sides, not too much. You don't want to overdo it. Something like that. Even though it doesn't look even right now, you're gonna figure out how to even it out. So you're gonna go from one side to the other side. You're gonna go back and forth like this. So what I like to do in my head is I like to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way I kind of know that I'm not on one side more than the other. And then you're going to do the free edge. And if you really want to see what they look like, if it's straight or not, because it may look straight in my view, but if you look at their view, which you would turn their hand and you would go like this, and you would say, is it straight, is it not? So then you can go with the file and remove whatever you think needs to be removed, or straighten the free edge. I like to do this either way every time I'm done straightening the sides, just to make sure that they're straight. So this one wasn't too bad. It looks pretty straight to me. You're gonna turn it back, and you're gonna go on each hand. This is how you're gonna do it each time. So now that we did the shaping, we want to blend this part out. We want to blend the nails with our hand file or with the drill. You can do this. So you have to remove this bulky part only because it's gonna, when you start applying the acrylic, it's gonna look bad, and then when you apply the acrylic, it's underneath, it's not gonna look natural. So go ahead, you can use your file and only touch the tip. Do not touch the natural nail, because you already removed layers of the nail with the drill, so you don't want to keep removing any more layers. So you can do this with this, or you can take your drill again if you have one, and only on the fake nail, only on the fake nail you want to remove any excess. So now that you removed and blended the tip, you want to take off the excess dust, and you want to cleanse the nail. So you're gonna grab some wipey here that I have. I'm gonna just use this, and we're gonna get some alcohol, and you are going to remove the dust and anything that may have, I guess, germs you can say, or anything like bacteria. This is good to cleanse it. And look how clean it looks now, you guys. Beautiful. So now what you want to do is you're going to take your primer of your choice, and my favorite primer, you guys, is Young Nails primer. So Young Nails primer is every nail tech's best friend. If you guys haven't tried it, I suggest you try it. This is the holy grail of primers, if I do say so myself. So what you want to do is only add it onto the natural nail. Okay, so that looks great. Close this up. And now you're ready for application. It's literally, to me, that simple. I'm showing you on one nail, you guys, just to make it seem a little bit more basic, a little bit more easier to understand. So I did do these earlier off camera, so I'm just gonna add them because I am gonna be showing you more than once how to apply it. Okay. So now that they are placed on there, oh yeah, by the way, I'm touching this because it's not a real natural nail, but if you did just prep your client's nails, don't start touching them like this because their nails will literally lift off. Why? Because people have oils on their nails. Don't let them touch anything after this because they will ruin the whole thing. So if you have gloves, I usually wear gloves now when I have clients. Obviously I'm doing a video with a fake hand, so I'm not really, but you could, even if you are doing videos. Some people like to protect their skin off from the acrylic, which is great, but I'm not doing that today. So if you do not wear gloves, just make sure that you're careful with touching their nail bed, because now you just put natural oils on their nails, and what happens with oil? Everything slips off, the nails will come and lift off. Okay, so now you're gonna grab the paper towel, and the paper towel that I use, you guys already know, I use the Viva paper towel. So they look like this, very soft. They look like cloth. You can find them at your local grocery store. Probably not now with this whole quarantine stuff because, yeah, everybody's going crazy for paper towels and toilet paper. So anyway, so now we got our paper towel ready. I did already pour my monomer into the dapping dish, and I do have my brush ready. This is a number 20 brush that I got at my local nail supply store. I don't think it has a brand or anything. It just says Germany Kalinsky size 20. That's all it says, but this is how we're gonna be doing the application. So I do also have my Coupa Clear acrylic ready. This is the kind of acrylic we're gonna be using today because I feel like it is standard, so okay. I feel like everybody uses clear. Okay, so you're gonna put your brush in there, and I'm gonna show you guys a cool way to make sure your brush never gets messed up. So making sure there's no bubbles, kind of go like that, and then go back in, remove the excess, pick up your bead. You don't want too much on your brush, you don't want too little, you don't want your bead too wet or too dry, just right. So you put it in the middle, kind of letting it do its own thing and level out. Cleaning my brush in between, and now I can feather it down very lightly. So that's what that looks like. I think I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit on this, guys, for you guys, so that way you can see it better. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the second bead. I guess we're gonna be doing the 3-ball method, even though I don't go by a specific method, you guys. I think you guys already know that by now, but we'll just see what we do here. But the 3-bead method would be one in the middle, one in the cuticle area. Careful when you're pushing it up, you don't flood the cuticle, and then you can start feathering it down. And then you want to go around there and around the cuticle to make sure you remove any excess product on the skin. And then my last bead is going to be kind of near the free edge. So I am gonna feather some of that up and then kind of let the rest fall down and kind of just feather it down. So you're gonna also start looking at it from angles, side to side, to see if you have enough product everywhere. And it looks pretty good. I feel like I just missed a little spot though. Okay, so that one's done. So then we're gonna do the second one. And I just wanna follow the same thing. So I'm gonna go into the liquid, remove all of that. That's too much, you know what I mean? So you wanna not just go like that, but you want to make sure there's not a lot. So you kind of dip a little bit. 1, 2 would be good. This one's a little bit smaller than my other one. And you always want to keep your brush clean too. That's going to help you a lot with application. Kind of spread that out and it's right in the middle where the apex would be. And you feather it down. See how I'm cleaning it a lot? Back into the liquid, into the powder. I feel like I'm not getting as much. Okay, much better. Remove the excess near the cuticle, but not touching it. Push it in so it's not flooding out. Push it up so that's still pretty close to the cuticle. And then feather it down. Right now my acrylic is working really good because my air is off. But if it was colder in the room, I think it would be going everywhere. It really doesn't matter what temperature your room is. Too cold could mean your acrylic doesn't dry fast enough. Too hot could mean your acrylic is drying way too fast. Very scientific stuff. So the last bead is gonna be my free edge bead, and I want to put it kind of like right there. Why? Because I'm gonna feather a lot of that up to make sure there's a lot of strength right there. And then you want to feather the rest down. So kind of remove whatever excess is coming out. That's why it's good to practice, you guys, because then you'll start understanding how the acrylic is working. It's kind of like driving a car. Once you get in the wheel, you kind of know how to move the car around, so then you can practice your three-point turn and all that stuff. And I'm gonna add just a little extra acrylic right here because I felt like it was kind of lumpy and uneven, but that's all we're gonna do on that one. And then we're gonna do one more application so you guys can see into the acrylic. You kind of want to shake this now because it's uneven. Go back in here because I feel like sometimes you need it at the very end, the liquid. So somewhere in the middle, where this is the apex area, it's like where the fake nail and the real nail meet. You want to feather it down. Whoops. You're gonna do your second bead, which is your cuticle bead. Pretty close to the cuticle, and then, but not all the way, and then you can push it up pretty close. And then you can feather it down. And then we're gonna do our last bead, and we're gonna do that at the free edge. And what really helps with cuticle application, guys, I've mentioned it before, having your brush very clean. So that's why we keep wiping it. once I go like this, I feel like I have to wipe it because now some of it got stuck on there. You see? So we wipe that off. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry and I'm gonna show you the next step. So I'm gonna let that dry right there, but I wanna show you some. If there wasn't any liquid left here, I would add more, because now I'm gonna show you guys how to always and never have to keep buying brushes ever again. You're gonna have to add half monomer and half acetone. So what you're gonna do is add half and half equal parts. You're gonna put your brush in that liquid and you're gonna set it aside, standing somewhere for 10 minutes, and your brush is always gonna be in good condition. I promised you that. So we're gonna close this up because now we're done with the acrylic application, and I'm gonna throw this away. And if you want, you could always put these in Ziploc bags and throw them in the garbage so that the scent isn't staying in the room so long. Okay, so let's go back into this. So now you have your file, and I like to do the coarser side, the rougher side, which is the 100 side. Remember, the smaller the number, the more coarse, more gritty it is. The higher the number, the softer that it is. So now that our nails are dry, you can tap them. They're pretty dry. Now you want to go in and reshape them with the file, because after application they do lose their shape a little bit, not too much. So you just go kind of like if you were reshaping them again, but you're not. So you're not really doing too much work here. And you kind of want to like go under to remove anything under there. Okay, that one looks pretty good. Might have to remove some here. I think it's because the nail keeps wanting to come off. Okay. So then you're gonna go to your next one. Let's see if it's dry. It is. And then check this one. We did this one last, so it's probably still wet. You see, it's not even, there's no tapping. This part seems to be a little dry, but not right there. So we have to wait until that is completely dry, or when you file, it's not gonna look too well. What you could also do is put it under the lamp for a little bit, because why? Because heat dries up the acrylic faster. So you could put your lamp closer to it. But this part seems dry, and I feel like this side's starting to dry more. I'm gonna use my scissors instead. This side still feels a little soft. This one's hard. Okay, because if you compare, okay, pretty dry now. Okay, so same thing. One side to the other, free edge. One side to the other, free edge. Okay, I'm gonna flip them around. I wanna make sure that this is the client's view, guys. I wanna make sure that their view is great. So, I feel like this needs a little bit going in. And you can turn it, and it looks pretty darn good. Okay, so the next step is going to be, after reshaping the nails, now we can go around the cuticle with the file, and we can also kind of like see if there's any lumps or bumps. We can even them out. So you're gonna grab your drill again, remove the sanding band, and I'm gonna go and take, let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and use a medium gold grit carbide bit. And you first want to go around the cuticle. So you see where that, okay, let me make an example. Like right here, you would do kind of like if you wanted to go underneath the skin and remove anything stuck to the nail. So you're gonna go around here, from one side to the other, and then you wanna do the surface. It's kind of low, so I'm gonna turn it up. Not too much though. This is how I like to do it. And then as soon as I'm done with the surface, then I go under a little to remove anything there that may be stuck. You see that? That was stuck under there. Okay. Do the same thing on this one. Go around. And don't stay in one spot too long. That's not necessary. So we got to remove that. Same thing on here. You're gonna go around the cuticle from one side. I go from right to left. That's what I've noticed that I do. And then you do the surface. Kind of like that. Make sure there's no lumps or bumps. Okay, and you go underneath. So what a lot of people can do too is if you want like a really smooth finish, you can take your hand file and just go like from one side to the other side of the nail and kind of like smooth it out more. You can do this and not take too long. You don't want to take too long doing this part. And then you do the other ones, just to have like the most smoothest finish, if that's that important to you. And then this one, same thing, from this side to that side. Okay, and then you can take your buffer and buff the nails. This is gonna give you an ultimate smooth finish. And go underneath the nail like this. This part is super important. When you start applying your gel, you'll see how important and why it's important to smooth them out. Okay, so now you're gonna dust Susan's nails. And we're going to go ahead and take some alcohol and a wipe. And if you don't have alcohol, I mean, if you don't have like the Scrub Fresh from C&D or Swipe from Young Nails, and that's why I use alcohol. But I used to use Swipe and it actually does work really well. I used Scrub Fresh. It's really good for sanitary reasons too. So that's why I like to clean the nails. So you're gonna cleanse them before you apply the gel. For longer lasting gel on their artificial acrylic nails, you're gonna go ahead and take some Protein Bond, the primer, and you're gonna apply it onto their nail. This is gonna make sure that their gel does not chip at all. So if you guys have any problems with chipping on the on your acrylic nails or anything, go ahead and try Protein Bond. Grab a little dabbing dish, add some acetone, put it on my napkin, and get a cleanup brush. Why? Because it gets pretty messy with gel. So I'm gonna get the color and I'm gonna start applying it. And then you're gonna cap it. And if you got any on the skin, you're gonna put that in there. I'm gonna do the other one. Nice thin coats, you guys. Cap it, clean it, I'm gonna do this one right here. Sorry you guys, I live in the hood. They're always riding dirt bikes over here. Okay, so this is our first coat. And I'm gonna grab my lamp. And I'm gonna put it for 30 seconds. Okay, so now we're gonna add our second coat. And we're gonna clean it up again. We're gonna cure this again for 30 seconds. Okay, so now we can do the top coat. I'm just gonna use D&D DC 900 non-cleanse top coat. This is $5 at my local nail supply store. You can probably find it online, you guys. Don't get it confused with the, let me see. Don't get it confused with this one, because this one says it's a gel top coat too by D&D DC, but this is the number 700 and this is the number 900. This one's non-cleanse. This one is a tacky layer. This is obviously better because you could do a lot more and you don't have to remove the dispersion layer, which is the tacky layer. So anyway, we're just adding the top coat onto all the nails now. And now we can cure this for 1 minute in the LED lamp. Okay, you guys, so now the nails are basically done. You can touch them. They're pretty much good to go. So that is how you do a basic nail acrylic set. This basically was for beginners. I really hope you guys learned something. Please let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Did I help you guys out? Do you guys need any help with anything else? Please let me know. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. You guys could always DM me there too. I do get a lot of DMs from people that need help with anything. So I'm always here to help you guys out. If I have the time, I don't mind helping out. But yeah, this is what they look like, you guys. Aren't they so pretty? This color is really pretty. I'm a red person. I love red, but I don't overdo it so much because I feel like I haven't worn red so long, and I did it the other day. So I don't like to overdo this color because I like it so much, and it is a very bold color. So yeah. So anyways, guys, that is all. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe for more. Don't forget to hit the post notification bell, guys, because then that's how you guys will see my videos a lot more. If not, then obviously YouTube will not recommend you guys to watch them. So please help me like this video, help out with the YouTube algorithm so that my videos do get put out a lot more. I appreciate all the likes that I get from you guys. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. All of you guys have subscribed to me. And please keep in mind that I know we passed the 1,000 mark, and I am going to be doing a giveaway soon. I actually already ordered the giveaway prize. And I have a couple little things I want to add into that I already have for you guys. So one lucky winner will win this great prize. And when it comes, guys, I will show you guys what it is. And I will give you guys the rules to the giveaway. So yeah, without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great one. Bye-bye.